Welcome to Saturday Cook with Sumit. What's cooking in this beautiful, beautiful copper lagoon? What's cooking? The onions are browning with some khada masala. Yes, we've got some mutton here. Here's another big clue. That's beautiful red chili paste. Which chili? Mathanya chili. Anything strikes you guys? There is also some beautifully beaten yogurt and some ginger garlic paste. The yogurt has got some spices mixed in it already, like jeera powder, a little bit garam masala, coriander powder, and some mathanya chili powder too. Now do you know what I'm cooking? Okay. For those of you guessed it right, it is the Rajasthani laal maas. Yeah, that's what's on the menu today. The onions have turned nice and pink. I'm going to push these just a little bit more. We don't want them dark brown or golden brown. Just as they start to change color and get a little bit more towards light brown, we'll add the ginger garlic paste. And once we bone out that and the smell of ginger garlic is released, the flavor is released, that's when you know you're ready to add in the mutton pieces. Yeah, and essentially after boning the mutton pieces for about 10 to 15 minutes, you throw in the curd and the spice mixture until it releases its oil, it's all blend, and then you let it cook away slowly. And you can add water later to adjust the amount of curry you want in it. And essentially, that's it. Yeah, there will be one final step of a little tadka. You heard it right. We add a little bit of a tadka of the whole mathanya chili with some ghee in the end on the top to finish it off. That's it. It's very simple, but time consuming. Labor of love, and you got to know exactly when to put in the right and the next ingredient. That's the whole game here, and it's a game of low heat, high heat, low heat, high heat. It's just about time to add ginger garlic now, by the way. So, switch off the chimney and suddenly you can hear everything. You can hear the sounds beautiful, isn't it? There, the ginger garlic paste has gone in now. And you this out. So ginger garlic tends to stick. You need to watch this step. You don't want to burn it. That'll leave a bitter flavor in your dish. Got to keep scraping off the bottom. Lovely sounds of the mutton being bhuned now, along with the onion, ginger garlic, khada masala mix. You see, there's a sound of searing. Exactly what you want to hear when you dip in your mutton. This means the skin's getting sealed. You see that? That's the sear. That's exactly what you want to see. So it's got to be on high heat at this point. Just before you throw in your mutton, increase your heat. Increase your heat and let the mutton stick to the pans for a little bit. Then it all gets sealed, and then you can reduce your heat to medium to low. And this is another reason why you cook in a flat, broad, heavy bottom pan. because you want every single piece in the mutton to cook uniformly. In a cooker, what happens is, this all gets piled up on top of each other and you don't get enough contact time and the food doesn't cook evenly. This is even true for vegetables, not just for chicken or mutton. Anything you're cooking, it's best done if it's all touching the pans. If you remember, our grandparents and even parents and the elderly used to cook in these sort of utensils before. And as modern times have come in, we sort of gravitated towards simplicity. We don't have enough time. And I agree, you and I can't do this daily, but the day you take time out to cook, give it love. Give it love. Don't cut corners. Don't cheat around. Do it the right way, man. Invest in your utensils if you think you love cooking, if you're passionate about it, if you enjoy it. If it's not another job for you, then you must invest in the right equipment, utensils. It makes all the difference. I can tell you, you can cook the same dish in a cooker and it tastes nothing like this. And you can put ingredients exactly in the same order, same proportion, what have you. It will never ever taste the same. Never. It's already slightly brown from the pink. I've added salt, so now the mutton will start releasing some of its water. You cook in its own juices. And just when it changes the color a bit more, I'll add in the red chili paste. And we'll bruno it along with the chilies, because the most important step now is coming up. When you gotta bruno or roast and those chilies along with the mutton, and the caramelization of the chilies, over time as it cooks through, will lend its unique flavor and the sweetness. So the property of this Mathania chili is that its skin lends a smoky sweetness as it cooks through, not the sharpness or the sting of the chili as we know from some other chili varieties. And that's a wonderful process coming up. So the combination of the ghee and the chili will bruno and do its magic and caramelize. So not the caramelization of the onion, the chilies is going to do the real magic here. Alright, and we'll also throw in a pinch of sugar just to act like catalyst, caramelization. And the magic of the laal maas will now start to take shape. You see the red chili paste has gone in. And in this paste, by the way, there was some garlic, whole garlic, pods peeled, of course. And you can make the paste without the garlic too. And to make the paste, just soak it in a little bit of warm water for a bit and make your paste. So for about a kg of mutton, you use about 15 to 16 red whole Mathania chilies. Okay. Don't use any other chili, I'm warning you. If you use, let's say, a Bedgi chili or any other regular chili, you are, there will be laal maas, but it will be on your cheeks, in your face, and in your tongue. It will burn, okay? And that's not going to happen with Mathania. So be careful. This laal maas is not laal maas unless you make it with Mathania. Get that embedded in your cooking brains, people. There you go. See, it's turned all red now. And this red's gonna get redder as it cooks. And this chili is gonna mature. And it's gonna start lending this beautiful, beautiful caramelized flavor. Hey, another secret, by the way, if no one's gonna tell you this curd mix has a few spoons of mustard oil in it. Why, you may ask? Because custard and the curd and the mustard oil will both act as a little bit of those preservatives, and they'll help mature and kind of mature, almost in a pickling sort of way, the meat when you eat it the next day. So, and it's best eaten the next day, though I'm going to eat some today, But what you will find is the next day, once you take it out of the fridge, the mustard oil and this curd has worked with those red chilies and the ghee, and it's sort of given this heavenly flavor which you're not gonna get otherwise. Okay, so mustard oil essential. People, make note. See the beauty? Slowly simmering on low heat. Okay, it's really low heat. This is now a game of patience. The more you have, the better your dish. You see what's happening there? All the masalas and the red chili, not the powdered masalas anyways yet, that's going to come with the curd, but the khada masalas and the onion and the chili and the ghee. See this beautiful mix? This is it. This is the gold here. You see, this is the golden sauce. Look, it's only been about 7-8 minutes since it's been going with the chili, and look how beautifully it's coming together. You see, I've not added a drop of water. It's just its own juices and the chilies, which have released some water too, and that's it. It's cooking. What a great time in the cooking process. This is where the dish is taking shape. This is exactly where it's taking shape. Something to note is, we are still in the gunuing stage, or the sort of roasting stage of the journey. Please remember, the moment you put a lid on this thing, the roasting is over. Okay, it's then all about you put a lid, the heat will rise, the vapors will rise, it'll touch the lid, it'll condense, basic elementary science will take place, and evaporation, condensation, and ultimately it'll be stewing and no longer roasting, So, and we will want to do that very shortly. See, now the fat is starting to separate. It's a good sign that the chilies have roasted. The ghee is coming out. Okay, I can actually now start to cover it with this gorgeous heavy copper lid. Give it some time and love. I'll let it cook away for a little bit on low heat before moving to the next step, which is adding the curds. Look, so I just removed the lid, and look, it's released so much liquid and all that evaporation and condensation I was talking about. See, not a drop of water has been added. This is all just the absolute meat and the chilies and everything doing its own thing, and the onions, of course. Yeah, lovely. We let it cook for a little bit more before I add the curds. As I said, it's a game in patience now. You need the mutton cooked, and we will add some water after the curds to hasten that process a little bit, but I'll just give it a bit more time. I really want those chilies completely caramelized. There you go again. See again, it's been now about good 15 minutes of cooking with the lid on, and you see the oils really come through. The ghee is completely separated. Look at that. This tells you it's ready for the next stage now. So I've lowered the heat absolutely, because we're going to be adding curd in it, right? It's a delicate process, and we don't want curd to get split. So it's got to be done at a low temperature, and the curd's got to be sitting out in room temperature for a while. It shouldn't be right out of the fridge. When you prepare this curd mix, because again, it can't be cold. Okay, that'll ruin your dish. So I'm gonna add the curd and then show you what it looks like. The curd's gone in, and you might be thinking, hey, where did all the red color go? This is turning this orangish thing or whatever. But don't you worry. This curd's gonna disappear in a bit. The whiteness will go away, as it cooks down. And the other thing the curd will do is cool down the bit of heat that we have from the chilies. And I know I've been saying these chilies are not spicy, but whatever bit of heat is gonna balance it out. It'll add that acidity. It's gonna lift this dish to another universe now as it cooks through. Okay, so I'm gonna now close the lid again after having mixed this thoroughly. See, now you've got to make sure the curd is so well beaten that there is no speck of white. There shouldn't be these curd particles because those will spoil the texture of the dish. It's got to be really well beaten. You see, your onions are almost disappearing, and they will totally disappear by the end of it. And this will be a much smooth sort of a gravy, you know. Look, this will all change color as it cooks through. We slowly simmer it away now until again the ghee releases. Curd's cooked out. We'll add some water and cook until done. And that's it. All the spices have gone in now. Just the tadka at the end. Do you see the red is returned? It's going to turn redder and redder as it cooks, like I told you. We're just waiting for the meat to get tender now. And it's done. The laal maas. I told you all it'll get red as it can be. And there you go. There you go. I can tell you, looking at it, it's exquisite. Alright, I can't wait no more. Bye guys.